It's coming up right now, Ham. So, hello everyone. We are here today to watch the Champions Cup Season 26 Round 0 match between Kfoged's Zons and Sergul's Undead. We'll have a quick look at the teams. This is Kfoged's Zons. The only real issue with the team is the AV bust on his killer. But he has, on one of his killers, he has a different killer here with Jump Up Pom. He has 4 guard, which is a bit light for a Zon team at 1700. But he does also have 10 Blodge or Rodge. He has Edge up, he has Strength up, he has Frenzy on the Strength up. But she is in trouble with AV6. However, Sergul's team is a bit rubbish. Because this season is a bit rubbish. The cup is a joke. It's just a complete laugh. No, I'm not going to take it seriously whatsoever. Like Sergul didn't really qualify. The expansion put him in. He was like 4th Undead or something. Sorry, my phone is going nuts. My phone is lighting up. So this is Sergul's team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to have 2 journeyman zombies. He doesn't have tackle and mighty blow on the same piece. He has a jump up pommer and a tackle white, but they're not combined. He's definitely going to have a rookie mummy because he's going to replace this mummy with a merc mummy. And he's going to have a wizard because he's 500 TV down. He's got a dirty player, so he should probably have a bribe. But he might go for a skill on the mummy instead. I'd probably go for a bribe. Guard mummy might be useful because he's out guarded. He's only got 1 guard. So a guard mummy might also be useful. If he does go for the merc mummy, then he is going to have 13 players. The favourite in this match should be Kfoged, but anything can happen in a game of Blood Bowl. I think Kfoged might have the Nuffle's Altar on, which means that Sergul could get a cheap star player. I don't know how cheap the chainsaw is, for example. It is a cup match, Worm. It is the round of 64. I'm only doing it because I want to see Kfoged smash Sergul out of the cup. Because every time I see Sergul in the cup, I roll my eyes. Hello, Andre. Yeah, Thud. That's overdog. It's terrible, isn't it? Right, while it's loading up, I'm going to grab a drink and have a quick pee. I'll be back in a sec. You can watch them set up. Hello. I made a brew. So, I'm guessing Kfoged lost the toss, because I don't think he wants to take this punch first. So, with this bench, he did get hack. So, there we go. Hack was... It is... no, it's not Nuffle's altar. You could just afford a hack. It's Sergul's at home, so I was wrong. You could just afford hack. It's pretty cool. On just a straight Kaz. No mighty blow necessary. Just get Kaz'd. What a good start. And he has taken a guard mummy. Yes, Amazons are ridiculous, aren't they? Is he just going to chainsaw the guard? Why is this dirty player out here? Did he set up his dirty player out there? So I have some, like, biscuity cake things. So I'm very sorry you're going to hear me. Just a straight KO. So he does open with the chainsaw on the guard. You're going to hear me eating some cakes and stuff in the background. Fucking nice too. Oh, that's interesting. So, Sergul just deletes the LOS casually. And a GFI. Well, that was interesting. I hate him putting his dirty player out front to get punched. This guy moved. He could easily have swapped these two players around. It's crazy offering up his dirty player here. Just a stun. No, I disagree, Coffee Monster. The dirty player... Now that the dirty player is probably the worst. He said he didn't, really, yeah. I'm not one to call anyone a fibber, but that matchup was shit for him, so... My guess is he just didn't want to find time. But either way, it doesn't matter. He said he didn't have any time. Oh, this is interesting. Little mini stars. What's going on with these? Well, these are biscuits more than cakes. He's blitzing with the chain. Exposing the chainsaw for the blitz. Sort of. I like this being the blitz, by the way. This is Kfoged's only defenseless zone. He could have tackled it or palmed it even. Now look at the effort he's having to put in to protect the saw. What? What is this guy doing here? Kfoged has frenzy. Sergul's put his only tackle 2 dice from the end. Two spaces from the end. Yeah, that turn was terrible from Sergul. Didn't like the blitz. The crazy defense to protect against getting the saw hit has now got his only tackle surfed. That's just garbage play. It always makes me happy when Sergul reminds me that he's actually not very good. Despite having, like, the best record on... Oh! He went straight in with the reroll there, and I don't blame him. Makes the GFI as well. Also don't blame him there. So yeah, so last time I checked, Sergul had the best record on the PS4. And that's the kind of play he does. If anyone wants to top 10 PS4 and see if he's still got the best record there. And now, look, his dirty player that he offered up early on is now tagged as well. He's completely out of the drive, even though he can knock things down pretty easily. Yep, there we go. Sergul has a 75% win rate. And almost rounded off would be 76. Crazy, crazy good record. And yet, it's just not that good. He's going for the killer. And wouldn't it be really nice now if you could dirty play a foul that killer? Wouldn't that be really, really good if that was a thing you could do? Wouldn't it be great if you had some way of defending this blitz? So the chainsaw is completely and utterly exposed. To a mighty blow, frenzy block. And it's gone. Kfoged's already used a reroll. He can't. I don't think he can afford to take a mighty blow hit on that player. I think he has to reroll that. Two pushes. Not great. Just do it again, Fant. It'll come up. Sometimes it doesn't show the result because someone else made a request from EAB at the exact same time. GFI Blitz fails the GFI. Just CCL him again, Fant. He'll come up. There we go. So he has a better record than me on Cladder. However, it will surprise no one that I completely believe that he's... Remember when Yak tried to get me banned for doing things that I don't do, which is like constantly check who else is playing and all of that stuff? If you log on in the UK or the European daytime, you will notice that Sergul and Arzawain are on for a very long time. And they regularly are not actually playing a game. And if you check who else is on, if someone else is on good, Crucifer, me, Andre, check again 5 minutes after all of us are in game, and then see if, for example, Sergul and Arzawain are now playing, because they were constantly checking us to make sure they didn't get us. Regularly takes like them an hour to get a game. And there we go. There goes the dirty player. So, by the way, there's no way... I'm not calling Sergul a shitter. He's a good player. He is not as good as either of those records would indicate. He's nowhere near as good as his PS4 record would indicate. And he's not a 68% player. It doesn't bother me when I spin into Sergul. Yeah, Zons haven't lost all of their bench yet. They've got 3, and they've got 2 out and a KO, so 2.5 out. Or 2 and a third out, 2 and a quarter out. Because they're going to have 2 KO rolls if the Sergul scores. The chainsaw is gone through Sergul's appalling play. The tackle is off the pitch through Sergul's appalling play. Yes, Logic, that's why his record is so inflated on the PS4. And obviously he's found a legal way of doing it on the PC as well. It is the cup, Rostifer. Oh, shit. Well, there we go. Just also roll a straight death on that guy. I think that's an Apo. It is, and it works. So that's good for K-Fool. I mean, it's not good because she's off the pitch. But it's good that she's not dead. So obviously the ball is going to go in this square. Or is planning on going in this square at least. But it's a 1 in 9 dodge here because the ghouls are on tackle. So this could be just a 1 in 9 loss. And of course he rolls a 6. He didn't cheat Kilmatronics. He basically is he basically match fixed by him and a group of other top PS4 coaches all made a Discord or whatever and made sure they never played each other. Over like 1,000 games, they played each other like 3 times or something. So if you don't spin into a large group on a PS4, which has 1/10 the player base of the PC, if you don't spin into a large group of players who are all good players, if not great players, good players at least, it increases your win rate considerably. Not most of the top ones, no. A group of about 10 coaches were involved. Yes, you can try to avoid people using Cabal TV, but it's obviously it's not guaranteed, and B, it's not coordinated with the other person, so it's legal. Cabal TV is what we're using right now to watch someone else play. It's the system that allows casting, so you can check if someone else is in-game. But you can't check if they're spinning. You can just check if they're in-game. So if they're online and not in-game, you can just sit there and wait. But if they're not spinning at all, they're just online for 2 hours, you'll be sitting there forever. Whereas on the PS4, obviously, they would be announcing to each other that they're spinning or that they're in-game. So it was guaranteed that they weren't going to play each other. So it's considerably worse and considerably more guaranteed. No logic. I'm just lazy. Genuinely has never come into my process of why I do that. I literally just am lazy. I can't be asked to turn it off and turn it back on again because I play almost every day. So it's kind of pointless. My computer never goes off because it's work. So I just leave Blood Bowl on. Just leave Blood Bowl up. It makes another very important 1 in 9. If either of the dodges he'd made... Actually, sorry, the original one was a 1 in 36. I forgot this guy's got an adjup. So it was a 1 in 36. This is a 1 in 9. The Amazon shtick is Blodge Guard and people underestimating them. Amazons are all about being a bash team that people don't realize are a bash team because they're armor 7. Zombs. You mean Undead, this team? Undead are one of the strongest teams below 1300. One of the strongest teams at 1k. The mummies are amazing. But they level off and plateau pretty quickly once you get above 13 to 1500. So then they become a sort of hybrid foul-in team. Because they've got 4 ghouls usually. So they've got a lot of speed. But they're like a team of 2 halves. Because the mummies are slow and the zombies are slow. The best TV1000 teams: Wood Elves, Undead, Lizard Men, and Amazons. And Dark Elves, probably. Those 5, I would say, are the best. For winning. You might not survive that game and be able to play a second set, but you'll have won. If you're the Wood Elves or the Dark Elves, you may not get to play a second game. The matchmaker tries to match you using its own little magic formula as best it can. You can it's a maximum of 500 TV difference. There's also something called TV Plus in place, which we hate, but we can't get rid of it. Which means that if you have a winning record, it tries to match you up TV. So say you're spinning a 1200 team with a winning record, it will try to prioritize getting you like a 1400 team with a shit record to play against. Because for some reason, some idiot thought that was a good idea when they first made it. Oh, that's a good removal. Yes, maximum 500 TV. There is one bug in place that can affect that, which is the Overdog's Journeyman don't count. So if you had like 1550 Wood Elves, but they were missing a player, so they would show up as 1480, but in reality would be 1550, they can still get a 1k team because the Overdog's Journeyman doesn't count for the maths. I did, new kid. I don't... No spoilers. I know that you played it already. Oh. Oh. Wow. Double skulls. Oh, did you not, new kid? Oh, wait. Who played? I thought Jules said new kid... Wait. You two are playing. Who the... Sorry, who did Jules say he played against? It was Norse. Wasn't you though, new kid. It was someone else. The other Norse. No, Jules is Norse. That's what it was. He played against someone. Sorry, people have been coming in and out of chat. Because there's 64 players, 32 games. People have been coming in and out of chat talking about fucking playoff games all the time. It's hard to keep track. Oh, he gets the pow. It's another mighty blow hit. This could be big. Not big, just a stun. So he's given himself a 1 in 36. He hasn't cleared the ball. I don't think he takes any other hits. Don't think there's any point to taking anything else. He didn't, Baz, no. I did the draw, new kid, yesterday. But it was so many teams I got bored halfway through. It's just reading them out by the end. So Kfoged gets his KO back. Doesn't have to worry about that for the next KO roll. Hacks off. But it's still 11v11. Sergul still has a wizard. Wizard can play Havoc with armor 7. I disagree. Humans are totally fine to be your first team. I always recommend the same 3 teams. Orcs, humans, dark elves. Orcs are classic bash. Very forgiving. They don't get cast that often. They're a little slow. They're really boring. But they're super simple to learn. Humans are then hybrids. No, I hate Undead for... I don't know why people keep suggesting Undead for new players. I hate it. Humans are the hybrid team. Against Bash, you try to play a little bit like an Adge team. You make dodges and run away because you're fast. Against Adge, you play like a Bash team because you're stronger than them. And you have Mighty Blow on an Ogre. You have a bunch of block. And then Dark Elves, if you want to go agility, because they're the most forgiving agility 4 team because they're... Because they're blanket AV8, and the reason I say that is if you're learning and you take a Dark Elf team, don't take a Witch Elf. Go the all Blitzer build. Yeah, the big speed disparity in the team is very confusing for new players. The fact that half of your team can leave the other half behind. Like the Bash half of your team is super slow. And then the Adge half of your team, you don't have an Apo, and they're fast and vulnerable. I just don't think it's great. So yeah, they end up with their mummies tagged on like a zombie or whatever. So I do think you can move on to Undead pretty quickly once you get a handle of things. But I don't recommend them for new players. I think you can't go wrong with the Orc, Human, Dark Elf scenario. Yeah, but he's one movement behind. It's not important. The disparity between mummies and ghouls is massive. Bash try to win by dominating the field, by knocking things down and removing them. And Dash try to win by disengaging, dodging, and running the ball in. Just moving away, better field position. Well, Underworld team are a guerrilla tactics team, so they're a blitz and dodge team. Like your blitz is really good because normally you get a claw pretty fast, but the rest of your team are not in any way bashy. So you're definitely like a guerrilla team. Yui, not like simians. And yeah, Kill is the extended form of Bash where you have Claw. Chaos and Nurgle. Chorfs if they roll doubles. They're more kill teams. But Chorfs can hold their own in standard Bash as well, which makes them excellent for Cladder format. Claw makes all armor 7 kill. So armor 8 and armor 9 become armor 7 when the opponent has Claw. So if they have Claw Mighty Blow, then an average roll will break armor. A roll of 7 will break armor. If they have Claw Mighty Blow piling on, it becomes something like a 25% chance to remove you. I can't remember the stats. Someone will bust them out, I'm sure. And I don't think that's true, Kurisu. I genuinely think kill is a way to play the game. It's totally fine. Like that's what some of the teams are good at. That's what they're built for. No, they don't have shite goblins. You take that back. Underworld have the best goblins. Underworld have better goblins than the goblin team. Yeah, and the thing is, Chaos and Nurgle don't dominate, right? Because removals are the most variance thing in the game. Like, you can spend an entire game claw-pomming something and rolling, like, 6s and 7s or whatever. Or rolling high on the armor and low on the injury so they don't get removed. You can claw-pomb things all game and get nothing. But just as, you know, on the other side, you can claw palm things all game and literally kill their entire team. There is. It's not the optimal way. The optimal way is to try and kill things. But you can go control chaos, which is a bit of a joke, but is doable because they all have strength access. So you can go guard spam chaos. I tried it last season and I did really well with it. Guard spam chaos because they have strength. Because they have the 4 strength 4 guys. And they all have agility 3 to make dodges to get away and put the guards where you want. Unlike the other strength 4 teams. Are really quite good. Because you can just make one killer, right? You only get one blitz a turn. So you still have a claw pommer. It's just surrounded by block guard. I came 3rd Chaos last season with it, despite getting horrendously diced to death repeatedly, because it was just so strong. Well, you can make 2 if you want in Zesticide. If you want to make a backup killer, that's not a problem, is it? Like, if you make your team block guard everywhere except at ball carrier and 2 killers, that's still a lot of block guard. Like, that's still like 6, 7 guard on a team with 4 strength 4. Now you're into, like, the same kind of block guard territory as the Bash, the old school Bash teams. Like orcs and dwarves, so you're not out-guarded by them, but you also have 2 claw pommers, which they cannot deal with. Well, orcs have the 4 black orcs as well, and can have a troll, but the dwarves are just shit out of luck. Yeah, and it's much easier to not expose them with a team full of block guard. Honestly, it's a legitimate build. I will try it again someday. It's a 100% legitimate chaos build. So nothing interesting has gone on in the background. I have been keeping an eye in case something while we were talking about just Blood Bowl in general. Not a lot's gone on in the first couple of turns here. Once again, Sergul has decided that he doesn't want his dirty player alive. So there he goes, permanently this time. And an MNG. So if he happens to get through, he doesn't have it for the next game either. Because, you know, dirty players are not relevant to low TV undead teams at all. Yeah, Goats being AV8 against regular POM is still pretty squishy. But it's nowhere near, yeah, as Fiction just said, it's nowhere near as easy if Chaos have 6 or 7 guard knocking about. Sergul's played pretty badly, to be fair, Vil. His use of the chainsaw was terrible. Keeps exposing his dirty player, even though that's incredibly important in this matchup for him. Because he should have been fouling, like in the first half. His mummies are just nowhere near anything now. They're just next to each other, so they're stuck somewhere. Yeah, so Orcs can get 4 guard pretty easily, right? But by the time you get to 6 or 7, Chaos will have caught up. Thank you for the follow, Kill, and thank you for the follow, Chaotic Cleric. So if you do go block guard Chaos, you will catch up by 1600 with the guard teams. Yeah, the teams that shoot up at the start are teams that don't start with an Apo and don't start with all the players they want. Those are the 2 teams. Or don't start with all the rerolls they want. Or all 3 in some cases. So some teams at 1k then immediately jump to like 1200 and you still got basically the same team. Well, because Delves start with 2 rerolls, so they want their 3rd reroll. And if you've gone the Witch Elf build, you want to buy the Blitzer. So having a bench of a skillless Lino doesn't look great when suddenly now you're on like 1500. Sorry, when suddenly you're on like 1150 and giving away a wizard. Yeah, and then the second witch if you want it, and the Apo, you have to start firing things if you don't want bench, but you do want bench because you're elves. The most TV efficient team is the Dwarves. They're incredibly TV efficient. But they have a bunch of shit that is a problem. They don't scale up well. So Dwarves are mean as fuck at around 1400. And then at around 1700, they just get clawed to shit. Maybe, Vil. Yeah, maybe, but the problem between the two is what you get for that TV efficiency, I guess. But they're TV efficient like Dwarves in pretty much the same way, aren't they? You get most of what you want. Straight away. At TV 1K, they definitely are. Hey, there we go. Starting to even back up now, turn around. Were any of these bad? No, so at the moment, K-Fool is looking the favourite. and has a full team and nothing missing from next game. Oh, that's annoying for him. Yeah, he still has the wizard, but he's starting to run low on players who can make use of it. This guy is... Oh, and there's a 1 in 9 dodge. If this... Okay. Yeah, another shit dice. Like, this guy is the guy who can get the ball after the wizard, right? So that's all that Kfoged's got to keep in mind. So there's, like, there's no threat of the wizard now, because this guy's not coming to get the ball. And if he is, he's not safe, etc. So you can play around a wizard. The worst point of still having a wizard is if this goes to overtime, which is very likely, and Sergul wins the toss and has a wizard, it's almost impossible to stop him from scoring. That's the big threat of the wizard, I think, rather than this drive. This drive, it's annoying. Jim wants to schedule you in Discord. Oh, okay. Dash, are you in Bluer? I missed that. Who are you in Bluer? Lothiandra. Okay, I'm never going to remember that. Why have we got different, completely different names? No, I don't think Sergul's the favourite, Kel. I think currently Kfoged's the favourite. But if it goes to overtime and Sergul wins the toss, then it switches back. I think it's going to be hard for Sergul to still have all of these players by overtime. If it stays like it is and goes to overtime, then whoever wins the toss is the favourite. So you could say it's 50-50, but I don't think it'll stay like it is. I think Sergul will lose players. And it's less likely, despite them being armor 7, that the Zons do. This is a bizarre choice, by the way. This here is a very weird choice. Kfoged might risk some stuff here. Could even surf this if he really wanted to. Kind of a big risk, but is doable. Less doable now. I think Sergul might have just realised what he's done. Oh, that could be a problem. Well, the thing is, even with sidestep, he could still surf it. He has enough players, but this made it harder. I know it's hard for people who are not, you know, practiced in Blood Bowl to see what I mean. But this guy needed to be moved out of the way for this guy to be surfed, because you need someone in this square. That was a ballsy 1 dice. Ho ho! Regen, but that was straight death. So he's gone for the easier target instead. Doesn't even break armor, sadly. Oh, that's a pain. I think he wanted to push there. So this is an interesting position. I think Kfoged was right not to move this. Anywhere he moves makes a fireball look a bit tasty. It's okay. I mean, it's a 3+ dodge, a 1 in 9 dodge to get out. He's basically an elf. So that's good for Kfoged, those pushes. You can't really re-roll things in second half of playoffs unless they're critical failures, because if it goes to overtime, your re-rolls don't reset. You just keep however many you still had from the second half. Oh god, no, this is a 1 in 36 pickup. He would have to break armor as well. It's too risky. He'll keep the wizard for the overtime if that's his only option. Or he should. The only reason to use a wizard in the second half is if you can also get the ball. Under no circumstances should he end of turn bolt in or turn 15 bolt in or whatever. So that frees up a Zon, because she has Fend. Doesn't need to make the 1 in 9 dodge now. So I'm wondering... Oh! Got to re-roll that! What was that about? That was against this player as well. Oddly, it was a 1 in 9 that he rolled, so he would have failed a dodge out. Right, so this has now again become really interesting. So he's freed up the wrestle tackle. He's got a guard spear. She doesn't have tackle. So seeing as that wasn't a POW, there's no surf on again. But he can just rackle it. He does also still have a bench. He could foul it. Gets the POW. No armor break. This is interesting. Could foul here. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. I genuinely wouldn't hit the foul here. But he's got to look out for the wizard. Yeah, he's got out of his own way. So he can run through. To protect this angle. So he can run up and be there. I think he might go for the foul. This is another assist. It will be a fireball. He's giving up the fireball if he fouls. Just a stun as well. And then a 1 in 9 dodge. Which he snaked. Just for fun. Right. This is a big thinker here. Because it's only 50-50 you get. What? The ball's gone in the crowd. It's double scattered. Oh, that's disgusting. So now it's a blitz on this guy. 1 in 9. Then you pick up on the ghoul and you're away. Pushes are fine. That was a disgusting scatter. A very odd choice of being a bolt. I was gobsmacked at the bolt. What the fuck was he going to do after the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares where it could have bounced? Didn't help him at all. And even if it bounced to one of these two, it'd have to bounce this direction again for what happened. He bolted the ball carrier who's in this square, Coffee, and it double scattered sideways out. Which was a pretty disgusting scatter. But there's no recovery is the thing. Like the ghoul was over here. I just gobsmacked by how that play worked out. It was bloody rubbish. Like there's just no way a bolt there ends up good 75+% of the time. Maybe higher, obviously, because you got to take into account the bolt could have been a 1. The bolt could have not broken armor. So maybe 85% of the time that bolt is useless. And we're in like fucking glory land on a 1 dice pow. That guy was the one who could have come in to be an assist. There was a case to be made for just not doing the wizard. But I think if you're going to do the wizard, that was a fireball. I don't think it was that aggressive. It's certainly... I think a fireball is more aggressive there. For me, aggressive play is setting yourself up for bigger success with a slightly, suboptimal risk. Like a fireball there only had a 50% chance of taking down the ball. So that's more aggressive because of the 6-man fireball. Like you're trying to go for removals as well as the ball. A bolt just was nuts. Not necessarily. This ghoul can't entirely get away from that Zon. And the Zon is strength 4 with tackle and mighty blow. And the Zons will still have multiple scoring threats in play. Still have 2 turns left to score. Well, they were scatter-throughs, right? There were 5 empty squares and 3 full squares. So the 3 full squares had possibilities of multiple scatters. But hoping for them is terrible. Yes, I think the punt is a play. With only 2 turns left to score, a punt is a definite play. I'd even consider re-rolling the punt. Yeah, the fireball had the same scatter, but the other players would be down, so they wouldn't have a catch chance for a start, considering none of them were in tackle zones. Scatter catches were just pretty reasonable. Rolled a 1 instead of a 4+. I don't like Sergul because when the cheating thing happened, Sergul was the biggest dick on the planet about it. Some of the other people in the group held their hands up and said, fair enough, like you all think it's cheating, I'll take my punishment. Sergul just claimed everyone was jealous of his amazing win rate. Oh my days, that is disgusting. Casual 1 dice pow. Can't punt now because he's blitzed. So he's just getting 4 diced with tackle mighty blow. I think a dodge punt was a better play. Dodge gets him to there. And then he can punt down here. Kfoged can't even get there until turn 16. I think that was a much better play. Has stuck tackle on him now. Makes it a little more annoying for Kfoged because that's now a 1 in 9 dodge. Powed him. No armor break. Makes the dodge. Doesn't use the reroll. Gets the pow. No armor break. And it doesn't scatter next to him. So I think this guy blocks off the white. I don't think this goes for the ball. I think this guy goes for the ball. after this free block off. Oh, that's interesting. He didn't want him to go backwards. Made the GFI. So yeah, now I think this player goes for the ball. Has the ball, can't make any GFIs. So now we have, well, a number of scoring threats. So, this is probably going to end up with a 3+, 3+, 2+, maybe? No, maybe a 3+, 3+. No, it's going to be at least a 2 in it. 3, 3, 2 minimum. This is going to be. Marking means standing next to another player so that they don't get to move for free. Kill. So all of the undead are currently marked. They're all next to an Amazon. Nobody has a free move. Do you know what's weird again? That seems like a pointless move, and yet it burnt a 1 in 9. That if this guy had done it or this guy had done it, would have failed. Ah, failed anyway with a 2. Right, here we go. So this guy blocks the white out of the way. This gets rackled and taken down. Push is good enough. So I think he just goes for this 3-3-2 here. She passes to this one. The Lino. The 3 is good. The second 3 is good. Oh, uses his last reroll. And scores. No rerolls, but he's got it to 1-1. Should be around more often, Pedro. We have different streams all the time. If I'm doing a vent stream, that's all you hear is me venting. If I'm doing like a how-to game or a cast or whatever, I don't. That is true, Goblin, yeah. Well, don't rule that out, we what? There's some very attractive Chinese ladies out there. So he does have the ghoul, who is sort of a one-turn threat. But it's not an easy one-turn by any means. Movement 7, sidestep. He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. That makes K-Fool's life a lot easier. Now they've both got a reroll. K4 will be happy with that. This is irrelevant. I guess he's going to throw a pass in case he wins. So he set up over here for the riot. Didn't get a riot. So now he just gets to punch stuff. Oh, that is a bad random removal. Such random removal. I'm saying it's bad, it's not actually. I didn't realize he goes KO back. So that was actually just his bench disappearing, and that's hilarious. Both kill. I had both streams on. Whenever streamers I like are streaming, I try to have them on the second monitor to be an extra number in their viewers. Make them look a bit more popular. Even if I'm working and I'm not actually watching properly. Yeah, there's if you remove like the Ivy League, the British Ivy League colleges, the red bricks, Crash Kid, there is no university on the land that you're not smart enough to get into. Don't ever think that about yourself. You'd have to be a complete like walk into glass doors person to be too dumb for any normal uni. Durham is not up there with Oxbridge. Come on. If you punch something kill, you can follow up to mark. If you blitz, then you're allowed to move after you make a block or before you make a block. Basically, blitzing allows you to move and block in the same action. Sort of, Worm. The top colleges definitely will. You can sort of bribe your kids in. But it's a lot less normal. Because colleges don't cost anywhere near as much. Colleges are in like, you know, single digits of thousands, not like triple digits of thousands. Really? You need AAA star for Durham? Or AAA star? I don't know which one that you've written in a way that's ambiguous. Yes, Worm, British people do not get bankrupted for an education, which is why most British people are better educated than most American people. Sorry, Americans out there. It's just a random fact. You live in a country that doesn't think education is important enough to give away cheap or free. Yes, European countries are, some European countries are even better than Britain. So don't think that I'm being all nationalist. Scandinavian countries, for example. So, Sergul won the toss in overtime, so this is still a game. There's no wizard, though, so this is still a real game. Wait, what? Sergul won the toss. What is that? Did K-Fool misclick his kick? Why is the ball landing 2 squares into K-Fool's half? That physically can't happen unless you don't pick the center. Did Kfool have a misclick? Kfool has kick, so I think he misclicked. I'm going to press pause a sec. Right. Kick has a weird bug in... Well, not a bug in the game, but a weird thing in the game. That if your kick player didn't take the last kick, you have to reselect him. So if he clicked a square without seeing the lines, thinking that he had kick, and it kicked with someone else, then that's how that could happen. You kick, whoever took the last kick takes the next kick. So it automatically selects your kicker unless they were off the pitch for the last kick you made, and then it'll just keep kicking with the same person unless you reselect your kicker. So that was a... It's not a crazy problem, is it? Because... Oh, that is, though. It's 2 removals on the LOS is a pain in the ass. That makes it 9v9. This guy was going to pick up on a 1 in 36 anyway. But it's weird to see, right? Such a crazy kick. Multiple squares. I don't think this is a dice in. That was his 2 completely unprotected Zons. I think Sergul's been lucky, but I don't think this is a dice in. Sergul's definitely had the luck. That scatter was crazy, forcing Kfool therefore to use all of his rerolls, and now he's won the toss. So that is lucky. Removing the LOS on turn 1 was lucky. Well, they're only predictions, Crash Kid. Apply for Durham as well, and just go for the A stars. Yeah, I mean, Sergul's had some odd dice, some dodgy dice, so it hasn't been a dice in. But Sergul's definitely been the luckiest here. It doesn't? I thought you could definitely apply for more than one university, can't you, Crash Kid? Yeah, what Goblin said. Pick the university you want to go to as your top choice. And then have a safety that you'd also be fine going to. I missed out on all of this. I didn't go to university when I was 18. I went to university as an adult. As a proper adult. No, I mean 18-year-olds are technically adults, but barely, right? You should definitely have a word then, Crash Kid, with whoever give you your... I mean, the worst they can do is say no, right? Go and have a word with whoever gives you predicted grades. Say, look, I would really quite like to try and get into Durham. I think I can do better than... I think I can get the A stars. Is there any chance that you could predict it so that I get a provisional offer? And yeah, you can get a conditional offer. Like someone could say, like if you get the A stars, you're in. Nothing wrong with that. Write a good cover letter. Say you think your predictions are a little low and that you can do better than that. Yeah, Brexit could really do that. Like Brexit could fuck everything up. So if we crash out of Europe with no deal, like they'll accept you if like you actually just smelled an exam at some point in your life. Yes, Britain should definitely just take what's in the box. Yeah, that's about right, Gem and Dem. I found uni very boring. Oh, Tomprios, how beat up were you in uni? Did all of your friends have glasses? All of your friend, did he have glasses? I haven't had it. I haven't played it, Ham. And I wouldn't hold too much hope for me winning it. I might have to dice shattered because I'm going to be drunk. Oh, that's a greedy pylon. In a 9v9 game, that's so greedy. I was a complete fuck up, Tomprios. I was the kid who went to secondary school, which is the school you go to in Britain at age 11, and my primary school had informed my secondary school that I had finished primary school a year early, which I had for like most of the last year of primary school. I just went to school and didn't take lessons because I'd finished all of the books, all of the syllabuses. So they were expecting, like, you know, Einstein or something to show up, like a complete nerd. And as you can probably tell by the way I speak, that's definitely not me. So for the first year, I did what they wanted, and I passed all the exams, and I came top of my year, and all of that shit. Just got all A's and whatever. A stars didn't exist back then, I'm old. And I just got bored. Like, I went through puberty, I started noticing girls, and realizing they weren't noticing me too much back because I was a nerd. And so the second year, I started fucking around a bit. And then I was being raised by my grandparents. And then my grandfather got cancer and died. So my slight fuck-uppery turned into a total downslide. I started drinking. I was the class clown. I almost got expelled for turning up to like the school play drunk. And I didn't realize I had a bottle of whiskey in my coat pocket. I'd forgotten because I was drunk. And I took my coat off, threw it at the pile of coats, and it was weighted because of a bottle. So I basically like threw it like a fucking whip, and it just smashed against the wall and covered like 47 coats in whiskey. Yeah, coat pile. Because we're kids. Kill. It was the coat was just a table that people chuck their coats on. Like I'm talking, I was like 14 and 15 here. But I was still, you know, pretty crazy. Yes, I was worm. Yeah, I was. Like I said, it's because my grandfather died, so I was pretty messed up. And so because I was still pretty smart, like I still passed all my exams and things, so they let me into sixth form, which for again people not in Britain is the what we call 16 to 18, where you do exams to get into university. So they let me into sixth form, but I was still a total mess. And so I ended up getting expelled from sixth form. The only person to ever get expelled from sixth form in my school. So I basically had to start again. I took a year off drinking to make sure I wasn't an alcoholic. And I went to sixth form college. So this is a decent position here for... I think I would have moved this guy over. I don't like the K-Fool left him over there. Because I think I always try to keep him lined up with the ball. When you've got a safety. Now he's a little bit out of position. It's going to be hard to not have this score next turn. So yeah, so when I left sixth form college, I started a business. I started a shop that sold miniatures, Games Workshop miniatures, and PlayStation games, because the PlayStation 1 had just come out. So, and it was called Silicon and Sorcery. That was the name of my shop. I just opened my own shop. No, Kill. I closed that after 2 years and I went to uni. I decided that I should try and go to uni after all. I closed that shop. Games Workshop were terrible to deal with. So I was having trouble with it anyway. It was back in the days where you could only buy everything in sixes. Like if you wanted anything, you had to buy 6 of it. Which was really annoying, because if you wanted to buy in like a Skaven army for someone, you would buy 6 packs of Skaven slaves, but then 6 Beastmasters. So the guy who wanted the Skaven army would buy all the Skaven slaves and 1 Beastmaster, and you'd just be left with 5 Beastmasters. What? What did he just do? Did he really make just a 5+ dodge then? No armor break is going to make that annoying for him. Where's he going to go here? Is he going to go to the right, or is he going to come up and tag the ball with tackle? Gonna go to the right. Tagging the... I think it's the right thing. Stops the run through from being easy because he has tackle. Gonna go... He's got to tag this. And this is just a free push off. It's not really, Dimmy G. No, the fairest way would be to play again, right? Not just to play again, but to play again where the side who lost the toss the first time wins the toss the second time. I think that's the fairest way. But then you'd just be there forever, where people just having, like, draws 6 games in a row. So it's the best we got. That was a 1 dice 6+. Cheeky. So this is for all the marbles this turn. At the moment, this turn will probably decide who wins. Kill. Well, no, this chick doesn't have sidestep. If you're going to make the dodges through, I think you red dice her out of the way. Because you're losing the ball if you fail anyway on the dodges. So, no, it's not. I don't think it's a joke. I don't think it's a terrible plan to just try and go for the score here. Oh, it's rolled stubs. There we go, see? Red dice out of the way. And annoyingly for him, he got dubs and that. So now he's kind of fucked. Now he might have to retreat even. I don't think you can go for the score here now. So that was pretty unlucky. A red dice out of the way made that a really easy score. Oh my days, has he just snaked? Oh wow, he cut the corner for no reason. Right. Let that be. Right, I'm going to press pause so I can rant. He started there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he cut the corner to be in this square instead of this square. There is no way that those squares are important enough to risk this happening. People always think Edge 4 with dodge means you can cut corners with impunity. You can't. You just fucking can't. This is massive now, because this is just a straight run through with an edge piece. If they get to round 24 kill, kicks happen, which is a d6 roll, which it adds your rerolls to. It's actually a d6 roll. -1 plus your rerolls. Right, these have got to dodge and come round. Because this guy can just punch you. You can't just stay there. He could be considering the punt, but that just leaves his players where they are, and I don't like that. Yes, Worm. The Zons have some good animations. She kicks the ball up with her foot and catches it. The throw is like a forward somersault. Punt is where you just throw the ball to an empty square kill. It ends your turn, obviously, because it's a failed pass. But you just throw the ball to an empty square. It's to get the ball away from your opponent. And then a 1 in 9 to dodge himself. Ooh, does he risk the GFIs here? I think he has to. Yes, he did. Right, so the mummy's got a 1 in 9 here. Mummy's got to hit out the way. You can't dodge from tackle. That's crazy talk. I don't like standing it up. Why did you stand him up? Why is the ghoul on his feet? Why is a GFI before you move these players? How much do I hate everything that's happening right now? The answer is a lot. Move this fucking mummy. What the hell? The other ghoul is going to be the other side of this player. Like, what he actually wants to do is dodge away, hit her to there, so that there's empty squares. And then he should have picked up with this ghoul. Oh my... What? He just dodged from tackle. I don't... What the fuck? You can just clear tackle. Why would you dodge from tackle when you can just clear tackle? This is so weird. What is this play? What the fuck was that? That doesn't help him. Didn't even mark with tackle. Just stood there. That was so weird. No, Dimmy G's got break tackle, so it was a 2+. He can get up to here. So he can do the first dodge. If he doesn't pop dodge, he can cut the corner because it's necessary here. So he's not on the sideline. And then stand here. So 1 in 36 dodge. Is that really the... Cast him. There goes the other ghoul. Now he can't cut that corner. So I don't know where he's going to end up. I guess he just drops back. But he's only got 3 turns to score. Oh, he's got a reroll. He could GFI. Okay. I forgot Kfoged got a reroll. So he needed a GFI after he filled this square. I would have done that first in that case. If you're going to do that. Yeah, cutting the corner is better than a GFI because the reroll is free if you have dodge. If you don't have dodge and you're not going to use it, you don't have a reroll, then you need to decide where it's better that you're going to fall down. So you need to decide if you want to fall down on a failed corner cut or a failed GFI. It's important to know things like that sometimes. And there goes Kfoged's reroll. All in on the score. Yes, all of the Amazons have dodge, Dimmy G. They start with dodge. I don't have all skills on. I have learned skills on. All skills is too spammy for me. Amazons start with blanket dodge. Every Amazon has dodge starting. Yeah, it really could be impetuous. He does have a shot here at hitting the ball. The white isn't on tackle. So it depends. He can even cut the corners if he doesn't pop dodge on the first one, because he hasn't got a reroll. So cutting a corner is better than taking a GFI. So you activate the player, select blitz, make the first dodge. If you pop dodge, then it's better to do the 2 GFIs. Oh, that's a bold move. Or you just 1 in 9 a dodge and lose. That's the other option. I guess he still has to knock down this ghoul. Or what he could 1 in 36 away. Hence the tag there. So he has 2 1 in 36s here. Actually, no, he doesn't have a reroll for a GFI. He's going to have to score next turn. Yes, kill. Barring a 1 in 36. So 35 out of 36 times, Amazons win this. Didn't get him with the 4 dice. Cheeky, cheeky. It's going to be a 1 dice on the ball. So a 2 plus 6 plus on the ball is going to happen. Oh, maybe not now. Red dice. Ugh. Alright, that changes things. Can't even get there with the zombie. So yeah, 1 in 36 is 2+ double red dice pows. Or, yeah, or he just marks him and prays. But I think he can completely clear if he marks him. He's got so many Zons down here. So I think Sergul has to go for the double red dice pows. Oh, I don't like that play. Even if you get the pow here, you're getting cleared off the ball. That's completely pointless. Yeah, it forces another 1 in 36 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, this guy comes in, and it's not 6 dice, it's going to be 5 dice. It's 6 dice if he wants to stay stuck to the score, so it's still a 1 in 36 then. So this guy's getting wrecked. Oh, hello. Look at this. Bit of the stadium in the way. Oh, look at that. The skill icons overlay the stadium. That's interesting, isn't it? The players don't, but the layer which the skill icons on do. Yeah, this is interesting. Stuff is happening. Oh man, he's made a zombie dodge. Is he going to make double GFIs with the zombie as well? To go there. Oh, so close. Triple ones. He took all the ones. Well, at least now we know Sergul hasn't got dice hacks, right? There's nothing better than a 1 in 36. There's no point in making this 1 in 36 when you can just make the ball carrier 1 in 36, I don't think. Makes no difference. In fact, making this just adds a 1 in 36 failure state. There we go. Makes the dodge. Congratulations, Kfool. Get out and stay out, Sergul. Kfool moves on to the proper playoffs. Yes, Kfool kicked Sergul out last season as well. It's becoming a seasonal ritual now. We shall try to make sure Kfool plays Sergul every season. It ended up not that bad, Logic. It was early removals for Kfool, for Kfool, and then Kfool evened it up. Look at this. 3 KOs, 5 Ks. The Undead sustained more blocks, so a little better for Sergul than it should have been. I still do think Sergul was luckier in that game, but he definitely had his share of shit dice as well. That snake was unlucky, even though he shouldn't have made it. The snake was unlucky. He only lost the ball due to a snake. No idea, Goblin. It will be the winner of Orbits Orcs and Good Times Dark Elves, which is a toss-up of a game. I think I'm going to do a quick replay, and that's it, Baz. It's late. I don't think I'm going to play a game. I'll do it right now, Kill. So let me put up my Be Right Back screen a sec. People seem to like my Be Right Back screen as it is. I was going to make a proper one, but people seem to think it's cool. Night Goblin. This is my Be Right Back screen. It's just Be Right Back on Google. And for some reason, people liked it, so I've just left it. I've left it as a window capture on my Blood Bowl browser. No, it's not Sky Blue. I should, shouldn't I? I should permanently have a Pornhub tab open. Right. Hello, everyone. We are here today to watch the Season 26 shit show playoffs. Round of 64,000 Wood Elves, Dionysians Wood Elves versus Sky Blue Monty's Halflings. On the face of it, obviously, the Wood Elves are the favourites. Firstly, the other team is Halflings. And secondly, the Wood Elves, in fact, have a Mighty Blow Tackle Dancer. So this is a replay. It will move quickly. We may press pause to have a quick chat about certain plays, certain turns. In fact, we almost certainly will in this game because a number of things could happen. Halflings can throw flings around. Woodies can leap. So there's lots of interesting things that could happen in this matchup. So look at that. The chef takes all of the rerolls in the first half. Pretty damn amazing. The Wood Elves won the toss and chose to kick. And he's offset LOS him. Instantly showing no respect for Monty there. With a cheeky little offset LOS. So, hang on. Let's turn the skills on and have a quick... So, the flings have an Edge 5 fling. Nerves of Steel movement up tree. A break tackle tree. They've taken Deep Root. They obviously took a chef. And they have a wizard. They have, because of Deep Root, 5 bench. Thank you for the raid, K-Fool, and congratulations. Yeah, they have 3 Sure Fleet flings at the back. And now they have 6 rerolls because they took 3 with the chef. Yes, thank you, K-Fool, for ridding us of that. That's a lot of flings, yeah. Whereas the Woodies have their own movement up tree with grab. They have 2 journeymen. They have this guy, who's the main threat to the halflings. Mighty Blow, Tackle, Strip Ball, Sidestep. They have an Edge 6 Catcher. They have an Edge 5 Lino with Blodge Guard. They have an Edge 5 Lino with Dodge Guard. They have 2 more guards. Woodies with 4 guard. And thanks to all of these players, look at that, the War Dancer. When do you ever see the War Dancer relegated to the front of the Rule of 5? So a super deep kick. Which means he can't go for the 1 turn. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't go for the 1 turn. In case anyone cares, I hate that. I hate this blockless 2 dice, even with 6 rerolls. This is Wood Elves versus Halflings, Bob, from the first round of 64 of the playoffs. Yep, there's an Edge 5 Fling. He has 6 rerolls. There is no real need to accept the failed pickup. So I'm fine with that, even though the ball is safe-ish. So we're going to see this fling 3 dice to a Mighty Blow Tackle. Gets him. And just straight Kazes him. Well, there you go. Bye, fling. Bench down to 4. Yes, Impetuous Lad. That's why I'm fine with the reroll on the pickup. Because you could always 1 in 9 in next turn, right? So why risk that? Sticking the guards in on the trees so that his own tree... Is he going to go for the handoff here? He does, and he rolls a 1. So the reroll's gone early in the turn. And another 1 on a take route. That's pretty unlucky. Dio's taken root, but it doesn't matter because he does stand up. So this looks like Dio's... Is he going for the ball? No, he's not. He's 3 dice in that guy. Interesting. I wouldn't have hated going for the ball pretty early there. Recovery was dodgy, but with all of these squares filled, the likelihood was that it was going to... Oh, dub skulls on a loner. The likelihood was it was going to... Oh, it doesn't matter about the loner. He's got no rerolls. It would have bounced through someone other than a 6. Deep Root fails the 75%. His own tree does not. Ooh, stunned the tree. That's interesting. And he's going to go for the throw. Makes the throw. Makes the landing. Oh, man. You're only allowed to spend 40k of your bank. It does, Kondo. That's the main reason to take Adge up on stunties. I wouldn't go that far, Green Digi. I mean, when he was put on offense, he was almost certainly going to score with a throw and fling. But he's used 3 rerolls in 3 turns, thanks to 1s. So it's not the greatest start. And didn't Kaz or remove any woodies. But he does want to go back on defense as fast as possible. Right. This is one of the things I was going to say, and I'll say it again when it... I'll wait for the setup to finish, and then I will scold Sky Blue for a very, very basic halfling error. Right, so Sky Blue is set up, and the Adge 5 is on the pitch. I'm fine with the Adge 5 being on the pitch, only if a fucking tree is not on the LOS. Do not put an Adge 5 fling on the pitch if you can't throw it on a blitz. It doesn't matter if it's not. You can't use anyone on the LOS. One of these trees should be a square back. If you get a blitz, you're fucked. If you get a blitz and a tree is back, you can throw the fling and pick up. That's less likely. Everything you're describing is less likely than just casually doing it for free on a blitz. You can score, Deathball. Why do you think you can't score? You can get the fling under the ball. And then he doesn't get powed. It's pretty simple. No, you definitely should have a fling. You're relying on the opponent. Yeah, but everything you just described, Monty, with the whole failed pickup run-in thing, can then happen the next turn, right? So if you get strip balled, the guy is down here. He doesn't have to get thrown. So everything you just described is now easier on the next turn. Also, you don't have to throw the Adge fling. You can just throw a fling. I hate that you can't throw a fling on a blitz. It's crazy. I will say that this turn, not as crazy as when you inevitably do it again. You don't have to throw the Edge Fly fling and put him in jeopardy fiction. You can throw a fling. Any fling. Oh, okay. That is incredibly unlucky. Wait, what? Oh, man. One's the lightning bolt. Then one's a take root as well. Where's that tree going? Where's that tree going, and more importantly, why? Yes, Necro, he rolled a 1 for the lightning bolt. I'm not certain that that was a great wizard, but you do have the Edge 5, so I don't like... They had a 1 in 8 chance of being caught. 1, 2, 3. 3 in 8 chance of being in... 1, 2, 3. So many dodges. The throw, the landing. But I get the... At least I get the reasoning behind it. Yeah, well, the bolt doesn't leave a mark like a fireball, does it? It just happens. No, sorry, press pause. No, Dio plays on an expensive laptop, so he has the graphic settings maxed out. So if you put them on, like, if you put the settings up on like 3000 by 2000 or whatever a giant screen laptop is, the icons are fucking tiny. Like, lots of stuff is tiny. Ooh, that fling survived. I don't know why that fling was on a tree, but he survived it. I assumed to stop the tree... And, well, he couldn't have hit deep root. He's stronger. I had to put 2 assists in. Yes, you're correct, Yame. It's nuts. Hang on. Do you know why that is? I'm pretty certain it's because the game is playing out at max size, even though we're watching it from up here. So everything's small. It's actually playing out like a full size, because you can zoom in and all of the replays and stuff are, you know, in max size. It's not changing it to that. It's actually just playing out in like this, like everything's full sized. Yes, everything is full sized. So that's a lot of graphics happening. Even though we're seeing it with these tiny icons most of the time. Tiny avatars. Is this, where'd he start from? Is it GFI? Is that a double GFI blitz? Oh, he snaked it. I mean, that was pow fishing anyway, right? That is the second snake that Monty's had, yeah. It's sorry, I paused them because I don't say Monty. I call him Sky Blue. So because I was replying to someone who called him Monty, it didn't come out of my mouth properly. The failed bolt was the part of the other snake, though, right? So I was included. There was a bolt and a root back to back that was the first snake. It is a shame that the bolt failed, because I would have liked to have seen what happened next. Because I don't think it was a great bolt, but we'll never know. Oh wow, it didn't even break the fling's armor. That's great. The benefit here is that the Woodies can't score early because they just give Monty another chance at a one turn. So they have to stall. It's not that hard for them, but they have to do it. No, it's a 1 in 36. Reverse 1 in 36 because it's on a blodger. Hello, Ungun. Oh, whoa! The fuck was that? That was cheeky. That was super cheeky. Just rolled a bunch of 3 pluses to get a foul. Is that a 1 in 9? That was another snake. There we go. There's a third snake of the half for Sky Blue. That kind of sucks. He's going to foul that guy? Oh. Were you going to foul that guy? Is that what that was? That's why you dodged? I think you should have just fouled from the square you were in then. It's only a -1. +2 foul on armor 7. Yeah, but conversely, if you think you have bad dice, you don't dodge from tackle, do you? Not bad. Not bad. 2 rerolls. Take that. Not as good as the first half, but 5 out of 6 is pretty fucking good value. Right. So here's my thing. I have to do a sort of semi-spoiler. It's not going to spoiler the result. But for me, this is the kind of thing that won't come up until the end of the half. For me, right now, Dio should 2-turn. I know he disagrees, obviously, because he did something else. But for me, Dio should 2-turn. But obviously he's not going to do that. He hasn't set up for it in any way. So it looks like he's going to try and stall it out. Which I hate. Because, as anyone who knows, who's just watched the game now, if he stalls on turn 16, and even if this Edge 5 guy is dead, as long as there's flings on the pitch, Dio can then instantly lose in back-to-back thrown teammates. Without being able to roll any dice or do anything about it. So I absolutely hate this tactic. I think... Dio's in chat. I think this is Dio being overconfident because his opponent is flings. I'm not going to say anything about coaches. I'm just going to say because his opponent is flings. It does, Panda Warrior, yes. Could have blitzed this guy with a 3 dice for a GFI. Not certain you want to make a GFI. But could have done. Not a terrible plan. Yes, that. The problem Monty has got is that it's perfectly It's it's perfectly doable that Dio just removes a fling a turn for this entire half. There goes one. Yeah, plenty of bench. So I'm assuming the trees don't get cast. He's got a minimum of 7 for turn 16. So the throw teammate, even if every fling currently on the pitch dies, is still totally on. So again, I reiterate, I absolutely hate stalling. I assume Monty's just gonna lob. Holy shit! He made the landing. Oh no! Wait, you throw red dice at a blodger. Wait, did you re-roll red dice at a blodger? What happened then? In overtime format. You mental. That was just straight terrible. Yeah, I should have the spoiler bar on. Thank you, Undead. No one else mentioned it. Good call. It's not just not good planning, it's just nothing else had moved. So things were getting surfed, things were getting punched. And so that turn lost that terrible red dice. Lost him multiple flings. So I think that red dice just lost him 3 flings. Was Deep Root just roll a snake? Well, that is the 4th snake that that Sky Blue has had, which pretty much sucks. See, and now Dio's locked in. Because you don't want to score now. Now you have to wait till turn 16. And the Edge 5 survives. That guy doesn't. Wait. That's your tree, right, Monty? You shouldn't have stood firm there, right? That was a mistake. Because, as I can see the icon, I was going to say, like, I was going to look cool and say it, but if you hadn't stood firm there, this tree... 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's not that much of a mistake. But the tree would have been here, probably. I'm assuming Dio wouldn't push you here and fuck that up. I would have preferred the tree here, though, so if that helps. Another reroll? Stop rerolling everything! What the hell was that? Is Dio gonna level a catcher? A cheeky cunt. Just a stun. Did Deeproot not stand up? He failed, okay. Wait, Deeproot, Kabuster took a pow. Heard something. And then this was the blitz that rolled pushes into pushes. Okay. I mean, the odds of that doing anything was slim to none. But guess it's funny. It's probably just going to get that sure feet fling murdered. Oh, he gets the Kaz. The Edge 5 is Kaz'd. It's badly hurt, so that's an instant Appo, yes. World's fastest Appo on the West. So I'll press pause a sec. Sky Blue, we were saying earlier that one of the changes that I don't think will happen in a million years, but to make flings considerably more competitive, would be to give them 0 to 3 trees. In which case, when they get Deeproot, they can have 4 trees. So when you can't afford Deeproot, you can still have an LOS of trees. The new flings is still rubbish. So there we go. Dio does the 8-turn stall and now could just instantly lose with back-to-back thrown teammate 1-turns. And that's mental. Sorry, Dio, that's nuts. It's an Edge 5 fling. It's not even that difficult. Like, it's some 2s. It's not even that hard. I mean, it'd be easier if Sky Blue hadn't pissed away all his rerolls. The rerolls don't refresh in overtime impetuous lad, so the chef is irrelevant. So it doesn't do anything. No, he can't steal again, no. There's no reroll section of the setup. I don't really know, right? The 14 line is the good line for me. I would have these guys like one forward, but you don't have enough players to cover everywhere. So there's not really a perfect setup against a thrown teammate. You think it's rubbish, Sky Blue? I don't think it makes much of a difference. You can't cover every square twice because you'd never have enough players. He should be one forward. That's what I prefer. Straddle in the 14 line rather than straddle in the 16 line. But I don't. You can't do anything about these gaps. If you move someone, you leave gaps somewhere else. So this one's fine, and I would move everyone forward a square. Yeah, no kick skill makes this legitimately scary. Like, I would have two-turned in a fucking heartbeat with an Edge 5 fling, and I would also have gone out of my way to try and target the Edge 5 fling every fucking turn I could. Oh, yes, sorry, I see what you mean, Sky Blue. Yes. I would straddle the 14 line, and these two side ones would be on the 14 line. Not lined up with the back. It would basically be a roll-in pin setup. These 6 in the middle straddle in the 14 line, and then this one on the 14 line either side. That's my preferred setup. Hey! Enjoy another one. Aren't flings great? Edge flings when you roll ones. So his reroll's gone. But the throw teammate is good. The landing is good. The scatter is good. So a bunch of 2s. And the GFI is good. Overtime it is. So right now, if the flings win the toss, it's literally a bunch of 2s. Well, it's a 3+ on the pickup if there's no high kick or touchback or whatever. He's got a full team. Like, he's got bench for days. So it's going to be a circle of flings to pick up the ball. And Dio won the toss. So, game over. Everyone boo Dio and the Woodies. Boo! Because I think we all wanted to see another one turn, right? Just straight up thrown teammate. Fuck you and your silly decision to stall out the second half. Just lose. Exactly, Logic, yeah. If you're not scared of the throw teammate, give him the ball. And look at that. Sky Blue would have got a reroll for the throw teammate. Right, this Incesticide, this here is worse than the first time. This time should 100% have a tree off the line. Yeah, but you lost most of them, Sky Blue. That doesn't count. That's like asking the guy who died halfway up Everest how to climb it. Yeah, Space Cadet being shit as usual. The pickup, Impetuous Lad? Yes, he pretty much had to. 0, Crash Kid. I've also never amputated a leg, but I'm pretty certain that I would know if someone cut the wrong leg off. So I'm going to have to play Flings next season, aren't I, Sky Blue? I'm going to play Flings. Hang on, what was your percentage? I'm going to play Flings. Get 41.8%. And then never play Flings again. Just as a giant fuck you. Yeah, I've never played Flings, I'm going. Someone just asked me, I've never played them. Never played Goblins either. And I've never played High Elves. Weirdly, that's the third team I've never played. Yeah, I'm not gonna play them wrong, Sky Blue, just to do them the same as you. That's like saying I have to play Norse and I have to play them like Space Cadet. Rather just shoot myself. Yeah, I made a Fling and Goblin team. I didn't play in... I've never played in Cladder or in Open Ladder. But that is true. The first team I ever made was a Halfling team. He doesn't protect the ball. That's amazing. Hang on. While we're talking about shit, Monty just hit the ball carrier. And then double powered that guy. And the ball is thrown in to the Flings. Wait. I'm going to press pause. The Edge Fling has moved. Right. Does anyone want to tell me what's wrong with the Edge Fling moving right now? He can't throw teammate. He's already thrown a teammate. The thing that I'm going to complain about is that the Adge Fling needs to roll dice because he's obviously going to pick up the ball. However, this guy's on the floor. This guy's definitely not rolling any dice and should move. I don't know if he's going to try anything with this guy, but these two should have been activated first before this Adge Fling goes to pick up the ball. What I'm guessing happened is Sky Blue got the sack, got the throw in, did a little sex wee in his pants, and got too excited and just instantly went to get the ball. And he's going to do the handoff. And drops it. I actually don't know if the handoff was a bad play or not. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy can get all the way over there, but it would be a 1 dice. These guys, yeah, no, I don't hate that play. I don't hate the handoff play. I hate that this guy isn't up here doing something and this guy isn't standing. That's what I hate. I don't hate the handoff. It's basically a 3+ to be over here. Safety-wise, he should probably just be here with this guy and this guy forming a cage. But then Dio gets the leap sack. So, but he doesn't have any rerolls either. So I'd probably play safe, I'd be honest. I'd probably have played safe and kept the ball once I picked it up. And this guy should 100% have fucking moved. He's just standing there doing shit all. He's screening. He's not screening much, is he? Like, you would have screened better over here in this square. Same screen. More useful. So this is the big problem, that this guy's just a 2+ to pick up the ball, which is why I would have played safe. Because if you fail that handoff, this guy's picking up the ball on a 2. Thank you for the host, Jakayla. For anyone else who's watching right now, his name is Jakayla, not Jakala. Will other people please get his name right? I'm like the only fucker to say his name right. Cheeky 1D. Break tackle is in. Come on, baby. Ah, boo. Yeah, I agree. You could have got an extra dice there. And the third dice was a pow. You're correct, yeah. The third dice would have powed him. Bit of both, kill. I wouldn't say through the game. He wasn't shit or anything. He played pretty well. But there were a few times where errors really punished him. And yeah, Dyer wasn't punished for stalling. It is on a catcher. This is a 6+, right? If he just base... He's based the dancer there. Wait. What's happening? Just make a 5+ deep root dodge. And then roll a 1 in 27. It is, yeah. It is better than a 6+ on the blitz. I like it. I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, the flings came out of it alright. Just 2 cars. That doesn't sound likely. I'm assuming Sky Blue is playing flings everywhere. It's not often that flings fuck up Dwarfs. Was that a level on the dancer? That Kaz. You cheeky fucker. So Dio's got 3 levels in this match. I assume he just auto took tackle. So he's got strip tackle on the same player. I don't know who he thinks he's got coming up though, so I'd have to have a look. But normally that's just an auto tackle. Unless you rolled a stat. Depending, if your opponent doesn't have dodge, he might have gone strip wrestle. Which is a little bit interesting. Oh, this one. This one's already got strip. Aww. Depends on the stat, kill. On a dancer, you'd take strength or edge automatically. On other players, you wouldn't always take edge, depending on if it's a bash player, for example. Strength is almost always a take. Big guys are the ones who don't always take strength, because a double is necessary for block. So they're a toss-up. So there we go. The Woodies win in the end. Congratulations, Dio. Commiserations, Sky Blue. Dio moves on to the proper round of the World's Shitless Playoffs. That's pretty close, yeah, Logic. I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of snakes, but the snakes didn't... The only dice that was probably relevant to the game was the failed wizard. The other snakes were just shit. They weren't critical failures or anything. They didn't mess up the game. The wizard was worse than all of the other snakes put together. Dio's dodges were fantastic. 3 failed dodges all match is pretty incredible. Three catches, a pass. He failed 1 pickup. 10 and 1 for take roots. Survived the lightning bolt. I mean, these are great dice, aren't they? Just absolutely great dice. 7 and 1 on the injuries. I mean, this... Dio's side was amazing, dice-wise. Perfectly fine. A few more pushes, but that's not really that relevant. 30, 22, 20 slick. Slightly shit on the block dice. Dodges were good, but some of these would be in the Edge 5 guy, so probably the dodges were pretty normal. Take roots were a little bit shit. Slightly below where they should be. Armor was insanely bad. Like, even for flings. 34%, even against Mighty Blow. That's just rubbish, even for flings. But his injuries were really good. Not as good as Dio's, but still good. There was a lot of stuns. And... GFIs were rubbish. Failed 4 out of 17. Made it a 3+ instead of a 2+. So his GFI sucked as well. Yeah. Basically, all of Sky Blue's dice was slightly below par. And all of Dio's dice were above par. So, that made a difference in the match. Didn't make as much of a difference as the failed wizard, Dio's dodgy second half tactics, and Sky Blue's little sex wee. Well, it's a fuckload of you still here. It's like 120 odd of you here. Oh, if anyone out there hasn't followed, please follow. I'm still trying to pass Rick. We got a thing. Oh, fuck off. I don't want to restart now. Fuck you. So, yeah, if anyone out there hasn't followed, please follow. If anyone wants to support the channel, it's still September, I think. Yeah, it is. I think the September goes on until 20-something. So, subscriptions are half price. You can support the channel for $2.50 instead of $5. Oh, we're still about 80 behind, Logic. So when we're like 3 behind, that'll make a difference. The most followed Blood Bowl player? I'm not certain. Knorr, probably. Who would be called... I don't know. He doesn't play Blood Bowl enough either. The most followed person whose primary Twitch is Blood Bowl is going to be between Andy and Jim, and I don't know who's got the most followers between them two. I'd have to go and have a look. Let me have a look right now. Andy Devo has 3.9, just under 4,000 followers. And Jim has 9,000. Jim has like twice as many followers as Devo. I mean, right this second he's not, but he still counts. Is that really right? Jim has twice as many followers as Devo. I never really noticed before, because both of them are well above me, so... Oh, okay, Janian, I didn't know that. I'm new on I, so I don't know the history of the Blood Bowl streaming community. And Sage has 5,000 followers. So, there we go. So it goes Jim, Sage, Andy. So technically, if you remove Jim for not currently being a Blood Bowl streamer, then I guess it's Sage. But Sage does stream other stuff as well, whereas I think Devo doesn't. Nah, we don't, Bakers. Crendor, Strippin, Canor, they're basically variety streamers who also play Blood Bowl. Who's the most followed Blood Bowl streamers? How many have you got right now, Sky Blue? So, hang on. So, Sky Blue's got 1325. What's Rick got? Rick has 1232. Yeah, so after we pass Rick, I guess our next target is Sky Blue. Andy's on, like, almost 3,000 Sky Blue. I don't think Canor should count. Canor's not a Blood Bowl streamer. I mean, Canor currently streams more Blood Bowl than Jim, but he's not a Blood Bowl streamer, is he? He's a variety streamer. Jim is slowly removing himself from this conversation. Yeah, Sky Blue, but you do stream a reasonable amount, and you've been streaming a lot longer. So, but you're still next on the list. So that Rick is next, and then Sky Blue is after that. So that's our targets. We'll talk about Sky Blue when we pass Rick. He does Worm, but now I think he plays Cladder now because it's 2-minute turns, right? Yeah, Jim's entire following has come from Blood Bowl, right? Canor's a variety streamer who plays Blood Bowl. It's different. I tell you how you can tell the difference. If the person hosts you when you're playing Blood Bowl and 95% of the people who come over don't instantly leave, then they were a Blood Bowl streamer. Like if Canor hosts you for like 150 people, your numbers like go up about 12 followers. Like 12 guys. As everyone leaves because they were only watching Canor and they didn't give a fuck what they're watching game-wise. Whereas if Jim hosts you for 100 people, most of them will stay because they were watching Blood Bowl. Yeah, because Jim's a Blood Bowl streamer, right? That's what people want to watch. He's good at Blood Bowl, so they want to watch him play Blood Bowl. They don't necessarily just want to watch Jim. Especially the variety streamers definitely need a camera. There's one reason for getting a camera. If you want people to watch you outside of a specific game, you really, really need a camera. I don't know any variety streamers who stream camless. Whereas if you play a specific game, people are watching for the game, so they don't care if you've got a camera or not. I do have a camera, Dimmy G. I just don't use it because I'm not a variety streamer. I'm currently just a Blood Bowl streamer. I don't know who that is, Shorty, but I'll take your word for it. There's a million Twitch streamers. He can be the exception that proves the rule. Ugh. Okay. Anime emotes. Ugh. I'd love to be a Google Maps streamer, Dimmy G. I'd love to be a GeoGuessr streamer. I love playing GeoGuessr. It's great. Crendor does. Kill. I don't know if Stripping does. You going to bed, Baz? I might do another replay, but if you're going to bed, then good night. No, I'm not anymore, McNaughton. I did book it, but I can't afford the time off work, which I know seems daft because I'm sat here all evening. But I can take the evening off work, but I can't. I can't take the day off work as well. So, two other games that have been played: Humans versus Kislev and Chaos versus Norse. Humans versus Kislev it is. I couldn't play it 8 hours a day, Dio, no. But I'd happily play it every day. I love the game. I think it's informative, interesting, fun. Actually, it's so simple, and yet I really like it. Night kill. Humans Kislev it is then. I'll put it on. For these round of 64 games, you'll notice that I do a lot more chatting about things that are not the game. I'm not too interested in the round of 64 games. They're games that shouldn't exist. More with a lot of teams that shouldn't be in the playoffs. So it's hard to work up a lot of caring. Oh, that's me, Rumblefish. There's only one Artemis Black, mate. And it's been me for like 20 years. In the geek community. There's probably about 50 Artemis Blacks in the Harry Potter community these days. But I'm not part of that, so. I run a miniature company, Red so that's why I would be on Daka Daka. What? It's me, Worm. What do you mean? What is it? It's me. No, a reasonable size company, Dimmy G. Oh, okay. I'll tell you in a sec. It can be the start of this video. Hello, everyone. We're here today to watch the Season 26 around a 64 match between Mr. Shady's Kislev and Chug Manmilk's Humans. It is a replay. It'll move pretty quickly. There's going to be a pause at the start where I answer a bunch of questions from chat that came up just as I pressed the replay. So you get to listen to things that you probably weren't here to listen to. No, it's not a Harry Potter reference from me, Worm. The Artemis comes from Artemis Entreri, the assassin from the Dungeons and Dragons universe. And the last name Black, just because I like the sound of it when I heard that the small kid in American Gothic is Lucas Black, the actor from one of the CSIs and from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. His last name was Black, and I just thought it was cool to have the last name Black. So for 20 odd years, Artemis Black has been my online nickname. Yes, Necro, him. It is hassle-free. Redknock, yes, that's me. It's the link to my company's below this video, mate. Not great. I'll be honest with you. Neither team is great. Neither record was great. Neither of them would have qualified under normal circumstances. They're both in because of the expansion. That's okay, Redknock. Loads of people are. It's hard to go to my Discord as well because of it. I don't think so, Penamu. I quite like the very later books where they started splitting off Entreri and Jalaxel. Even those started out alright and went a bit dodgy, but I thought they were okay. They did their job. They're very solid classic fantasy. Yes, Coffee Monster it is, yeah. Right, so we have a very basic Kislev team, but he does have a killer with a jump up tackle pommer. He's got wrestle strip. He's got a strength 4 lino with block tackle. His Croxagore or Bear has block guard, so that's great. Another tackle lino, block guard lino, blodge guard blitzer. Strength up, dodge guard catcher, and blodge movement up catcher. So it's decent, right? And there's a wizard on each side due to the wizard stadium of the Kislev. So it's decent. It's not crazy advanced, but it's got all of the tools that it needs. Chug, on the other hand, has chosen to receive after winning the toss. He doesn't have a lot of anything. He does have a Pom Blitzer with no tackle. Guard Mighty Blow, tackle. He has an Edge 5 catcher, which is interesting, with Blodge Guard. Guard is also interesting, because he took the guard first, which is correct, but then he ended up rolling a lot of Edge. And he's got 2 other guards, so there's a lot of guard going on over here. He's got a bunch of shitters for the LOS. He's got 2... bench, including a Blodge Edge 4, which I'm assuming is his ball carrier, which is not going to be that useful in this because he doesn't have a thrower, so he doesn't have sure hands, so strip will be annoying. And as the inducements, he has taken the Mighty Zug because he doesn't have an ogre, so instead he has a block ogre. Still a loner, no bonehead. I do, Whiskey. Oh, well, rather I've read it. I have no idea. I don't know if I read about it rather than Salvatore saying it. So, if it's someone else quoting him, then fair enough. It's a real thing. But yeah, I did know that. Oh, well, that could fuck things up. Don't we all love kickoff events? Aren't they the best? Shouldn't at all suck a giant bag of dicks. If anyone wants recommendations for fantasy books, by the way, seeing as we're watching a Warhammer universe game, in my opinion, the best in this kind of genre books are the early Warhammer fantasy books. They're absolutely great. The very early ones. Like the first set. Oh, there's a double skull straight in. Yes, the Conrad trilogy are fantastic. For me, the best one is Beasts in Velvet, which I think stands up as a book by itself. You don't even need to know the Warhammer universe. Beasts in Velvet is great. Drachenfels is fantastic. The Orfeo trilogy is great. The anthologies that came out back then were fantastic. The first appearance of Gotrek and Felix. All of those early novels all stand up today. They're all great. And they, in fact, in my opinion, are still the best Warhammer novels by a fucking mile. Because they were written by actual novelists, not by people who work for Games Workshop who think they can write a book. Well, I mean, hang on. You don't need to mince words, Chug. McNaughton. You can check out both of their... So, Shady's 49. And Chug is 49. So, I think both of them were lucky to get in. It's not often, if ever, you see two 49% coaches playing each other in the playoffs. But Chug has made decent runs before. I've never seen Mr. Shady made a decent run before. Chug, oh, there's another double skulls, this time on the other side. So double skulls. Oh, wait, no. No, it's a second double skulls for Shady. He had the first one, right? This killer has rolled 2 double skulls. Yes, Chug is also a Kislev player. Chug is Kislev, Zons. So he does know how Kislev work, which is an advantage in this match. But Mr. Shady does have the better team, obviously, as you can tell by the fact there's a 300k star player in there, or whatever Zug is. Rolls a 1 in 9, gets wrestled. Cannot pile on for safety, so his killer's going to get mighty blowed. And his Palmer gets a 1 in 9. This guy over here? Yeah, maybe. Man, it's so much guard. There's a lot of guard on this pitch right now. For two not great teams, there's a metric fuck ton of guard. Oh, he just opens with a GFI. Ooh, just a stun. That is an odd blitz. I don't really know what the point of that blitz was. Zug just says fuck you to the killer. Meet Zug's very weirdly broken model. That's a cheeky one dice. I don't know if I like freeing up the bear. I might have been tempted to keep the bear stuck on this line, or... Oh, man. Shady's block dice have been the worst. He's rolled 2 double skulls, and he's just rolled a 1 in 81. Yeah, but I don't think he should want it. He's done no real damage to the humans, and they have an Edge 5 catcher. I don't hate going for it. If he could have scored there and tried to use his wizard play to go 2-0 up. The problem with scoring early and hoping for that is that it's sweltering heat and you have no fucking idea who's coming back on the pitch. No, I don't think it's terrible, Malagold, because they both... If it wasn't sweltering heat, it's reasonable. Because they both got a wizard... So you can try the wizard play to go 2-0 up at half time. And it's about the right time for that, 3 turns. But with sweltering heat, he could easily end up scoring early and coming back on with 4 guys and just getting easily scored back on. Yeah, and also he's only got 1 reroll for the steal because of the 2 double skulls. So he might be looking to try and save his wizard for the second half. Oh my days. That's a 3rd double skulls in 5 turns. That is pretty unlucky. Oh my god! That's a 4th double skulls! What the fuck? Wait a second. Let's go back a minute. Right, so the double skulls is in. Right, so this is the problem. Obviously the double skulls is super unlucky, right? But he's used the reroll now. So this is where you start to talk about the difference between an experienced player and someone who's not so experienced, right? He's used the reroll. He doesn't have a reroll for the rest of this turn. There is a catcher right there. And the ball is completely exposed right there. So the first thing you do now is move the fucking ball. Like, if you've got no reroll, move the ball. You cannot just leave the ball there. It's incredibly unlucky to roll another double skulls. Let's just be clear. Incredibly unlucky. But that guy shouldn't be standing there. Oh, he gets the pow. Oh, he's not blodge, he's just dodge. Exactly, Meligold, yes. That's an Apo. Yeah, I was going to say, even with an MNG, that guy's necessary. You've got no bench, you Apo that. Yeah, if the ball is in any way unsafe, if a reroll is used, you just you do all of your safe moves first. I don't know what the ball was doing just standing out in the open anyway, because quad skulls would have had the same effect. Oh man, Chug is wrecking him. So Mr. Shady's had the worst of the luck, but he's also has made some errors. So it's always annoying to just blame. I'm sure Shady thinks he was just straight up diced. This is humans, Green Digi. Humans versus Kislev. Oh, it absolutely is. Completely shit on. His dice have been garbage. But if you want to complain about dice, don't make mistakes. Don't make obvious errors. No, Meligold, this is my last replay as well for the night. Haven't arranged it yet, Dash. Free pylon. Got him. Also an MNG. That's the worst player on his team anyway. That's the player, by the way, I would have considered firing for this game. Because blitzers are so bloaty. And he's got no skills, so he's basically useless. Yeah, that catcher was just standing alone in the backfield. Like, it wasn't great play. When you play badly and then get bad dice, it's easy to just blame the dice. But what they've done is the bad dice have exacerbated your bad play. You can't have the both and still win. If you play well, you can sometimes get around shit dice. If you play badly and get bad dice, you've lost. You've missed that, Sweaty. I played a game earlier. And then did replays and stuff. Yeah, they do. They level well, Yame, but not in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know what the stats were, but if he'd fired him, who's like 110k or something, and got a Lino, which is like 50k cheaper, and that stopped Chug from having Zug, that was totally worth it. Downgrading a blitzer to a Lino. Even a... Oh, hello. Even a Lino with Loner to get rid of Zug would have been great. So he's dead. So pretty equal. Right, hang on. So the Sweltering Heat is in. Both of these are guaranteed to come back. Both of these are guaranteed to come back. So that's okay. It's pretty normal. Now this guy's dead. And this guy's cast. So okay. Other than the shit dice, this is pretty reasonable. I should watch from the Kislev side. They got the ball. What are you stuck with, Crash Kid? Doesn't follow up. So I have no interest in piling on there. He's just going down with scoring threats. Don't hate that. Doesn't have a reroll, so this is all pretty shitty. Pretty shitty city. Makes the catch. I don't hate this placement, look. Decent screen. Extracurricular activities that are interesting, Crash Kid. Oh, there we go. He's just dodged through and gone for the... Oh, hey! That's his second double skulls, I think. There's a lot of double skulls in this match. Then fails the GFI. I don't know what that GFI was really doing there. Free pylon. Holy shit! Well, that's his Appo. That's 2 straight deaths from that guy's pretty good. You could post it in the Discord if you want, Crash Kid. There's probably a bunch of people who could help out. There we go. Makes his leap. Makes his dodge. 1-1. And the thing here is 1-1 means that the Kislev have a wizard still. Because Chug has used his. Which is why I didn't like him scoring early. I think he should have tried to stall. So let's see the heat rolls. The heat rolls are fine here. Oh wait, no, this is turn 8. Right, so these heat rolls, well, 1 each, so they're only guaranteed one of these these players are the only ones guaranteed to come back for the second half. Oh, in the Discord, let's have a look. The photo sharing is probably the best one, Crash Kid. Dump in the photo sharing and then tell people it's there in the general one. Like post a message in the general Discord saying if anyone wanted to. If anyone with actual relevant skills, not just anyone's opinion. Like if anyone's got any editing or recently been to university themselves, etc. Oh, and it's a riot. Well now, back to interesting again. Right, hang on. So he hits there. This bear shouldn't be there. He hits there into him to there. Yeah, this wasn't a good one-turn defense. The bear being there is the worst culprit. Because the bear being there makes the side hit a chain push. Well, no, right. Also, that's terrible. Scoring threat. Safe moves first. Any of the above. There we go. Look at all these players just run in now after he's rolled dice. Hey, look. That's what happens when you don't have a thrower. Never mind. That's what happens in general when you roll a snake. So that's his third snake. Starting to catch up with the dubs from Mr. Shady. So that might have fucked up his, the possibility of him going 2-1 up at halftime. This guy not moving. I mean, he would have snaked the dodge, but, results-based thinking is not the right way to go. He does still have 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring threats here. What? Why? What? What's that doing? What the fuck? Is he just fine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 plus catch, 2 plus. This is terrible. Wait, that's terrible. Hang on, how far can this guy go? Right. No, he's only movement 6, right? This guy. What's happening? Is he gonna have a middle person? This guy. This guy's the middle person then. That's what that blitz was about, right? Freeing up the catcher to be the middle guy. Oh shit, there's a Kaz. What a fantastic Kaz that was. Right. To him. Perfect timing with the 1. Now he throws the pass. Another 1. Oh, he's 1 in 9'd it. Alright, see now Chug's had bad luck. Yeah, the bear should have been on those 2 players. I don't know what the bear was doing in. So now it's the big sweltering heat, right? For the entire second half, this is the big sweltering heat. Oh, well, we'll get to find out in a minute when the black screen goes away. So good. Well, that seems reasonable and fair and well balanced. Oh man. I mean, just fuck off. Yes, Kurusu. We desperately need to keep kickoff events in the game because they keep things interesting, right? This is not at all game deciding in any way. Mr. Shady should have played around this, obviously. What was Mr. Shady thinking, not playing around, only having 4 players for the second half? Hang on. So, just a second. Crash Kid. You know when I said post your cover letter in the photo sharing thing? Do you know what would have been a much better plan? Posting it as a text document, not copy pasting all of the text just straight into the Discord channel. So, when you do actually apply to university, don't ever tell them you did that. He did, yes. Crash Kid failed his bonehead. Can we also just point out that Mr. Shady has tried to offset LOS him? Which is pretty fantastic. Yes, the only player out from the heat is Mighty Zug. If only that was going to be relevant at all. Is Chug trying to level this guy? He really is. He's trying to level this guy. That's amazing. Well done, Chug. I don't think there's any need to fireball. I'm assuming Mr. Shady is now thinking about the turn 16 one turn, because he's definitely got all of these players back, including his movement 8 catcher. If you can't set up anyone for the LOS, Necro, then your opponent just gets a touchdown. For free. But yeah, Zug is definitely coming on. Gets to pile on the strength 4. He's broken armor. It's a KO. He's not going to pile on that. So, Kislev are now down to 2 on the pitch. Is he giving up his leveling plan? I don't like that. Why throw that pass at the start? I think he should still try and level this guy. Down to 1 they go. He's dead as well, that dude. You gotta do the leveling plan. He is. Okay, he's doing it. He's rolled a 1. Here we go. Alright, now he just needs to score. And he can finally get sure hands. Three dice him! 3 dice him! You absolute lazy fucker. 3 dice him! God damn it. Wait. Oh, I forgot he has to hand it back to him. I was like, what's he doing with the handoffs? Why are you... Why? Why would you make that GFI? Well, he's burned a 1 and a 2 that would have been a garbage foul, right? The Kislev have a reasonable 1-turn attempt, Necro. If he gets both KOs back, he has 7 players. That's enough for a movement 8 1-turn. If he gets all 3 KOs back, he has 8 players. And he has no... he's fireballed him. And he's MNG'd his kicker. Well, that was just petty. Yeah, he gets a great result for a shit fireball. Yes. Oh, there you go. Look at that. 3 more of Chug's players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Chug's not even going to try and defend the 1 turn. So I do think that he needs a quick snap. If I can't recall, I think you need more than 7 players with movement 8. Can't remember. And this isn't how you do it anyway. You can't use the whole method. And then it doesn't matter. Because he got a perfect defense. You can't use the whole method with so few players. That was bollocks. I don't think Mr. Shady knew what he was doing there. Crazy deep kick, yeah. So Shady had rubbish dice. Chug had slightly bad dice. Shady got fucked by the heat because kickoff events are fair. The reason that I do, Phil, is it's a Welsh pronunciation, and also that you just answered your own question, right? Otherwise, they're both the same word. WHO is who. It's not ho. So congratulations, Chug. Commiserations, Mr. Shady. What a burning clown car of a shit show that match was. No, it really wasn't. It wasn't good play. There was loads of bad dice. The kickoff event was shit. Like it was it's just generally a shit show. It wasn't just slagging off the players, Necro. I'm saying that everything was rubbish. Yeah, failure to protect the ball was rubbish. Blitz choices, not protecting against the 1 turn, sorry, against the 2 turn after the riot came up, just letting him try it. It wasn't bad, it wasn't awful, but there were too many mistakes for the playoffs. Like that was subpar for playoff like level. That was just a rando cladder match level. That's what you'd expect from 250% players, right? They're not terrible or anything. They're not shitters. But they're going to make mistakes. Right, that's me done for the evening. Who's up? Who's on? Rebel, blah, blah, blah. Fuck Rebel. No one's playing Cladder. Is anyone in chat going to stream before I host some rando? gotta show you something. This is amazing. Hang on. So this is the Blood Bowl stream, Blood Bowl page on Twitch. So I'm scrolling down to see who's playing Blood Bowl, and I see my first game of Blood Bowl. And look at the kickoff event. Welcome to Blood Bowl. That's great. I wish I could zoom in on that guy's face. Let's raid him. Let's just raid him. I'm going to see a fucking ad, aren't I? Oh, I've got mute tab installed, by the way, as a thing. Look, it's so helpful. If you mute a stream, you don't count as a viewer. But if you have mute tab as an extension, you can stay as a viewer and it still mutes the tab. I highly recommend it. Good night, Necro. This movie does not look good. He's drinking. Already great.
Try and get as many injuries and KOs as I can.
Although he's watching from a silly angle.
I do think I'll probably get next on the Centaur.
He's playing in Cladder because that's Taurus 87 who played Burts last season.
Okay, ganging up on the Centaur. Let's go. Let's see what you got.
This is actually Cladder, so I'm glad I hosted him.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's fine because I can start shoving the other guy. Right, and what have we got going on here? A cheeky dodge, perhaps?
I'll see everyone next time.
Supporting the troll, of course. Oh, nice. Some very lucky rolls thus far for me.